Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, and the Wolfpack is gathering and starting to howl in Carter Finley Stadium as they are ready to see NC State go to work. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So NC State's offense will get the first swing of the game. And here's the band they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Gonna take a shot. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Coming after it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So Notre Dame's offense has the ball for the first time. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back, and this defensive end can put him there often.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The play action fake. Quickly out to the tight end. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. Leaves it with the running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. On second down, looking again to throw. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here come the Irish back on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Another incompletion on third down. The Irish send out the punt unit. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. The run to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Logan. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on third and long. Looking down the middle. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They've had to punt the last couple of times they've had it, David, now trying to put something together.
But, Reese, you know how much I love punters and kickers. Like, you don't want to see them very often. Those are not guys that we want to see on the field. We want to do something else and be a little bit more productive offensively here.
I think, David, on this drive, the quarterback's just got to settle down a little bit. These last few drives, looks like he's seeing ghosts. We've seen him force the football. He's missed a couple throws. He needs to just take a deep breath and play within himself.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Dugan. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. The short hands. It's Dugan. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll give it to the back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the #1 thing. Avoid disaster here. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Looking for blockers. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here come the Irish back on offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to
hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
It's easy when you got a QB like this. Just make the right reads and go chew up yards. Not only can he make the right reads, he can make people miss. He can make even bigger plays than this, but just chews up 20-plus yards in a hurry.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. It's a draw. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. It's him in stride inside the 10. Into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. Holds and fires complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll try to run for it. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. To the ground. He's got it again. He's just outside the 20-yard line. Stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Trying play action. Grab behind the line. It's Fowler. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Looking to move it through the air. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
You can't give points away when you're a QB. You have to understand, I got to be aggressive, and it's tough in the red zone because those are really tight windows. But, man, the one thing I cannot do is turn the football over. I got to make sure I get points. Really poor decision. Great play by the defense.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
You know, for quarterbacks, ball security is so important, especially when you're in the pocket. I know you're downfield and you're focusing on what's happening with the coverage, but you got to know these guys up front. They're coming after you, and they're trying to swat that ball away. You have got to keep 2 hands on the football at all times.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Auburn is down, but they are not out of it. Not in Jordan-Hare, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Missouri. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. From the gun, the ground game. Tackled, but he has a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. Now he's looking to throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here come the Irish back on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Spits it out to the back. And they'll miss the connection here on third down. The Irish send out the punt unit. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. A first down for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Quarterback on the keeper. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Snagged in the middle, it's Dalton. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. Comes out throwing on first down. Got his man quickly. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. It's now 2nd down after the short completion. Give to the back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. From the gun on third down. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. He'll keep it himself. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Dalton. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Gets it out fast. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Wolfpack hoping to pay off this red zone trip. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. He wants to throw it again. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Immediately fires to the middle. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. And wings it incomplete. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. He's looking to throw it. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down. He's looking to throw. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Buys a little extra time. At the 35, he's open. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. This time he's got it. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He's got it and still on his feet. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they decide to trot out the kicker. No good. After the miss, the lead is still 4.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw in Raleigh. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter-Finley Stadium.
NC State will kick off to start things here in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
You just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a move. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Power football with the run. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Caught behind the line. It's Wall. At the 40, there he goes. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Little touch pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to going for it all. Touchdown, North Carolina State! They take the lead with the 6. Talk about a breakdown in coverage. That might be the easiest catch he'll have all day.
It doesn't get much easier than that, except the hardest part about this is the walk to the sidelines, because then you have to justify what happened, and your defensive coach is going to be just a smidge upset that you left that guy wide open in the end zone for the big play.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Auburn is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. And if that quarterback can find a little magic a la Cam Newton, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Missouri. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. With that last catch, he now breaks the 1,500-yard mark for his career.
And that's a pretty good accomplishment, man. Hitting 1,500 yards, that speaks to your consistency, your durability, and your playmaking ability, Palmer, to consistently make plays. Because when you got those guys as a quarterback, you find them.
It's pretty nice. 1,500 yards, obviously a great number. The cool thing about him, though, he doesn't care about the stats. This guy just wants to win week in, week out. He's hungry, and he's made plays throughout his career.
Gonna run it. It's Meyer. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Caught in the backfield. It's Meyer. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. 3rd down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Handoff from the gun. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, the inside give. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to get the first through the air. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. He'll pull it on the read. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. The give from the gun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll try to run for it. He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1. They'll pass on the 48-yard field goal attempt and instead try to pick up the first down. They'll try it on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. First down for this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll throw it on first down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? After the incompletion, let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 33. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. NC State going up tempo. Off play action on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Let's see what they do on 3rd down. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. He lobs one high down the left side, and it's incomplete on 3rd down. The Irish send out the punt unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No.
Oh, it's loose. Oh, unfortunate to get that one back, and as an added bonus, they get the first down. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Zings it complete to the right. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. What a disappointment. No good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
All right, there's still life in the opponent because this team just had a chance to pad their lead with that field goal try. They knock it off the post. We've still got a good ball game.
Here come the Irish back on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The give to the back. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. Here comes the offense on second down. They'll run play action. Unloads to the right. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. On the return, it's Lindsey. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Trying to start the drive with a pass. It's complete on the right side. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Now on second down. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. Fires downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Handoff from the shotgun. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Right down the middle. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. The Irish send out the punt unit. And the returner will be knocked down. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. From the gun, running back on the move. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Dugan. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Got his man to the left. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. NC State with the 1st and 10 here. Here's the handoff. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And I'm putting that one in my back pocket. I'm going to start. I'm going to highlight it. That blitz came home. We are going to need that down the road, and I'll be ready to call that one.
So let's see if they can make up for that loss on 2nd down from the 18. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's DeMarco. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it at the 30. Touchdown, Irish! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
They'll line up for the extra point, and at this juncture, every point matters. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Auburn has the lead right now, but I'd hold off on that celebration over at Toomer's Corner for the moment. This one is not over. They're up by 4 over Missouri.
Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle.
We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll throw it on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Offense in an empty set. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Snagged on the outside, it's Lindsey. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Looking to throw for it. Getting some heat. Avoids pressure. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. They'll run for it on 4th down. He's stopped short, and they'll turn it over. What a huge stand by this defense. The give as they work on that clock. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
It is hard to get sacks on screens. I mean, the offensive linemen stay with you for a little bit. Defensive linemen squirt through. A lot of times they read the screen and backpedal. Not on this one. They got through, got to the quarterback, got him on the ground. Not good execution by the offense, but it still counts as a sack.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
Feeling some heat. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. And here we go. Down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's taking the deep shot. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding those things that I do well, building on them, and doing more of them.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese.